I want to show you here one of these original hearts. This one is actually a 100-year-old heart. And the reason we're looking at it is a lot of these original ones had these symmetrical shapes cut in the fabric here. And it's a great way for you to start your design. It's cut from a separate piece of fabric, and you'll have in your kit, you've got a black and a white piece of non-fray fabric and a square of calico. This calico is probably more authentic to go with the piece, but do be aware that the edges of the calico will fray with very little handling. I've cut these with pinking shears so that they're in the box. Of course, you don't have to use this fabric from your kit. You can use any fabric you like. You don't even have to have a design at the centre if you don't want it. It's your choice. But if you do want to make a central motif, it's a little bit like when you were a child cutting snowflake patterns. So you start with a square. I sort of recommend when you do this that you trial it on paper before you commit yourself to the fabric. So I'm having a square which relates to the square of my fabric. You fold it into half, like this, in half again, and then fold to the triangle. Now this is the important bit to remember. That's the centre of your square. So I'm remembering that that's the centre. So when I fold over like that, I don't really want to cut into this point at the centre. I can then cut a shape here, any shape you like. As I say, practice on paper first before you commit yourself. So like that, and then when I open this out, I'll have a symmetrical shape here. Depending on how you cut them, you're going to make different shapes with them. They fit beautifully onto the hearts. I can see why they were so popular with the original ones. You know, you can pin it that way, try pinning it this way, it gives a different look. But if you stick with the size of this, which is a 4-inch square of fabric, they'd fit beautifully onto these hearts. You would then just pin this round and then carry on with your design. And you can see that your heart's already really taking shape once you've got that piece on there. So that's cutting the symmetrical shapes like they were on the original ones. The original kits had a piece of fabric in, like your kit has, to do that with. So there we are, your heart's taking shape already.